Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Music Culture Daily. Yo, I got two classic albums from my man Jay-Z. Which one of these albums are you rocking with? Which one of these albums are you picking? You can only pick one of these classic studio albums from my man Jay-Z. Which one are you rolling with? Are you rocking with 1996 album, the classic Reasonable Doubt, or you going with the 2001, his sixth studio album, The Blueprint? Which one of these albums are you rocking with? I think for most Jay-Z fans, hip hop fans, I think most of us will agree that these are his top two albums. I know somebody might throw in, probably the Black Album or something like that. I'm not mad at that. But I think for the most part, we all will agree that Reasonable Doubt and The Blueprint are probably Jay-Z's top two albums. At least for me, in my opinion, I think that these are his best two albums. Both of these albums are classics. You can't go wrong with either one. But I think it's a matter of preference. These are two different albums. They don't sound alike. They are completely different production-wise. Reasonable Doubt is that 1996 mafioso style Jay-Z, what you was hearing pretty much coming out of New York City at that time. Think 1995's Raekwon's debut, Only Built for Cuban Links. Think of that, that mafioso rap and, what was coming out during that mid-90s at that time. On the other hand, completely different album, completely different sound. We got the 2001 Bet Jay-Z. This is a more soulful album. The production to me, is more polished. This is one of the best produced hip-hop albums of all time, in my opinion. What Kanye West and Just Blaze and Bink and those guys did, Trap Masters, Timbaland, Eminem actually lended production on this album as well. It was just short of amazing. It just wasn't sounding like nothing that was out at the time. Jay-Z pretty much brought back that soul sound, that soulful production, the samples and stuff like that, what the game was missing at that time. So like I said, which one of these albums are you picking? Like I said, both of them are legendary. Both of them are classics. You can't go wrong with either one, but if you had to pick one, you can only choose one. One have to go. Which one are you rocking with? But I'm going to answer that question. For me, in my opinion, I'm going with The Blueprint. I'm going with The Blueprint all day, every day. I think, in my opinion, this is Jay-Z's best album. This is, like I said, this is Vet Jay-Z. This is his sixth studio album, 2001. He already was in his prime. He done won a couple championships. He won a couple MVP awards, 6 year in the league. Like I said, he was just a better... this right here is 96 rookie Jay-Z, man. So I can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Reasonable Doubt either, man, because this is a classic within itself. I know most people will choose Reasonable Doubt, but for me, I like to keep things different. I just like The Blueprint better. I just think it's just a better overall album, just a classic, man. On The Blueprint, you got the Takeover, the classic disc geared towards Mobb Deep and Nas. You got Girls, Girls, Girls. You got, what else you got? You got You Don't Know. It's just Jay-Z giving The Blueprint. You got Song Cry. You got All I Need. Just the production, Never Change, man. The Kanye produced joint on there. Izzo, the Michael Jackson 5 sample. Like I said, I just think this is a better all-around album. It's sounding like nothing that was out at that time, at least mainstream hip-hop that was out in 2001. Jay-Z kind of brought back the sampling and the soul sampling to the game. It was there, but it's kind of like went out. It was a different approach for Jay-Z because he was doing a lot of up-tempo beats with Timbaland and Track Masters and Swiss Beats and those guys. But with this one, he took it back. He took it back to the essence. And it only has one feature on here as well. He did his album pretty much by himself. Compared to Reasonable Doubt, he had a lot of help on Reasonable Doubt. He had Biggie, who was arguably the hottest rapper in the game at that time, top 2 rapper in the game besides Tupac. He had Biggie on here. He had Foxy Brown. He had help from Mary J. Blige, Memphis Bleak, a lot of people, Jazzo, Sauce Money. Like I said, they created a masterpiece. They created a classic with this album. But like I said, with The Blueprint, Jay-Z took on this album by itself. He only had one feature, and that came from Eminem on the classic song Renegade, which was produced by Eminem. He ain't have no Rockefeller help at this time. He did it pretty much on his own. So I'm rolling with the Blueprint all day. But like I said, if you go with Reasonable Doubt, I can't be mad at that. I think Reasonable Doubt is the most popular pick. I think most people would say Reasonable Doubt. But Reasonable Doubt got some classic, got some bangers as well. Brooklyn's Finest, Politics as Usual, The Evils, Feeling It, one of my favorite joints, featuring Mecca, Can I Live, Can't Not the Hustle, featuring Mary J. Blige. Yeah, it's just a classic album. Ain't No Nigga. I remember that dropping when I was younger, featuring Foxy Brown. So yeah, like I said, Jay Z it's a dope album. Classic Jay Z, but I don't think this Reasonable Doubt is better overall album than the Blueprint. The Blueprint to me is my favorite. Got the Heart of the City on here, man. Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City, produced by Kanye. He originally made that beat for DMX. I could definitely hear DMX on that song. I thought that would have been a classic, but I think Jay Z did a great job with it as well, with his flow and his approach. It just the song Cry Song, talking about relationships. Like I said, this album right here had everything. It was a more complete album. But yeah, let me know what you think. They got Mama Loves Me on here as well. But let me know which one you think, which one you rocking with. If you only could pick one, my one that I'm picking out of these two is Jay-Z, The Blueprint. I'm picking The Blueprint on any day. This is my favorite Jay-Z album. And I'll argue that with anybody. I argue The Blueprint against any of Jay-Z albums. And I know, most people are gonna say, Reasonable Doubt, or somebody might throw in the Black Album. I can't be mad at that. The Black Album is a classic in my opinion as well. But I think for the most part, these are his top two albums. Reasonable Doubt and The Blueprint. We got Rookie 96 Jay-Z. We got my man Hove, 6 albums in. We got, The Blueprint Jay-Z. That he been in the game a little bit in his prime. So that's what I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with the vet Hove any day over Rookie Hove. But like I said, you can't go wrong with either one. I can't be mad. But let me know in the comment section, which one are you rocking with? If you only pick one, which one do you think is his best album? Do you think it's The Blueprint, or do you think it's his 1996 classic album, Reasonable Doubt? No wrong answer, no right answer, just a matter of opinion. But like I said, in my opinion, I think The Blueprint is Jay-Z's best album. I'm rocking with this all day, every day. So yeah, let me know in the comment section, which one are you picking? Reasonable Doubt or Blueprint? I'll catch you guys later. Peace.